Meet the hanky Spanky. Making its way onto land, this hanky Spanky calls for fellow relatives to join in the beginning of a new era for this god-forsaken creature. The hanky Spanky evolved with its eyes always pointed upwards so as to say, "God, why did you do this to me?" Its anus has been prolapsed for so long that it evolved spikes on the prolapse in order to protect itself. Note the peculiar posture. So deformed it's rivaled only by that of the modern gamer neck. Witness, as we see a first look into the often brash and brazen behaviour of the hanky Spanky as it intrudes on another species' territory and defiles the grave of their families. The hanky Spanky has evolved to better equip itself with tools to spank. The webbed feet and hands enables it to lay a godly smackdown to any creature in its way. The hanky Spanky, when in combat, leaps 7 feet into the air and comes tumbling down to give the most unholy, devastating spank the world has ever seen. After wiping out its 8th species of the day, this hanky-panky's brain grows a size larger. Life is unfair. After committing its daily atrocities, this hanky Spanky is in the mood for some hanky-panky, if you know what I mean. Its partner signals using its mating call. They too are in the mood. They engage in a ritualistic dance. And then somehow they telepathically decide to produce an egg. And then it grows like 3 times in size for some reason. Through many years of evolution, the hanky Spanky grows a twisted, messed up looking nose as a result of all the years it spent underutilizing it, as it preferred to be a mouth breather. But then suddenly, the family leaves the young offspring and one caregiver behind as they look to migrate to a new nest. Or never mind, actually. The last caregiver stays behind to teach the young offspring. Well, you don't even want to know. This hanky Spanky in particular we will name Rupert. Hanky Spankies grow to adulthood in mere seconds because God wants them to die faster. Rupert adds the caregiver to his pack, strengthening their chances of survival. Come now as we follow Rupert on his journey to reconnect with his family. Rupert's sense of danger is atrocious. Observing a treacherous-looking 50-foot-tall red geyser, his first instinct is to walk into it. How his legs weren't immediately shattered on impact is beyond me. Rupert tries not to be confrontational with other species, but when it comes to his hunger, he knows somehow he has to eat. Here we see a group of level 1 creatures. They believe they are hot stuff. Rupert intends to put them in their place.
Oh!
But what's this? Rupert finds a rogue. This behemoth of a species is a one of a kind. They excel far beyond that of your average creature. With this in mind, he tries to friend it in the chances of adding it to the pack, as just one of these creatures in a pack could prove greatly advantageable. But what's this? Rupert spots another rogue in the distance. He searches endlessly, but to no avail. In the exhaustion of his search, Rupert could really go for a meal. In the middle of his meal, a rogue from out of nowhere comes out to tussle with the species he just killed. This rogue sends him on a chase as well, but in the midst of this chase, something miraculous happens. Reunited at last. Undetermined, Rupert continues his search for the rogue, when he stumbles upon yet again a different rogue. With this rogue added to the pack as well, Rupert is unstoppable. He looks to take over the entire world and become a great tyrant. He finds yet another rogue and adds him to the pack. For any creature that believed they had a chance, it is now over for them, as Rupert looks to become the world's sole leader. Any creatures in opposition of Rupert's will is exterminated and sent to extinction by Rupert and the pack. Thus marks the beginning of a new era for the Hanky Spanky, led by Rupert himself, the era of intelligence. But that is a story for another time.